Before we start our next episode, just wanted to say thank you so much for all the love and support we've gotten through season 1. Now we're on to season 2, and we're going to try to make 2 better than 1. So thanks for your support. We appreciate it. Follow us on Instagram at Skeen, YouTube at Skeen, and our podcast is available on major platforms like Spotify, Odyssey, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Give us a follow, leave a review, get in contact with us. Let us know what's going on out there, and we would love to talk about it. So thank you so much. And now, on to the show. Welcome back to another episode of Talking That Ish and Skeen podcast here, presented by. I'm back. Sun's out. That means something's going on in here, so I'm recording a little earlier this week. I'm going to start out by giving my girl Ish a shout out. It was her birthday last weekend, so happy birthday to her. And I know she celebrated and had fun and all that good stuff, so shout out to her. That being said, transition into that, everything that's going on in Palestine, still heartbreaking. A lot of just crazy atrocities still going on. Videos, pictures, all that stuff has been heartbreaking. All eyes on Rafah right now. And it just continues to be a fucking shit show. And it's just so fucking aggravating that we're watching history unfold in front of our eyes, and yet we're letting those atrocities happen. And eventually our kids or our kids' kids will learn about this time in their books, or what, not books, that's old school, but through video links or whatever they do now, school nowadays. And they're going to learn that a lot of us just sat on our asses, especially a lot of these leaders and stuff like that. Why? Because of the power of money. Everything is money. So I wanted to go into a segment of what, like, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because today is not the day for that, but I will in a future podcast and stuff, because I got to give it a lot of thought, get my my bearings and stuff like that, because I have to use composure, right? I just don't want to come in here and start throwing F-bombs left and right. But the atrocities continue. A lot of athletes are coming out. The reason why I use athletes, because you guys know I'm a big soccer fanatic, and a lot of soccer players around the world are posting on their social medias, and they have millions of followings and stuff like that. So that's what's up. And yeah, man, so the prayers continue. If you post, repost, tag, do whatever you can on your end to continue this movement. You know what I mean? And yeah, so prayers, thoughts, all that good stuff, all those good vibes. Hopefully this comes to an end soon. Yep. So transition now into what we're going to talk about today. If you know, I've been talking about love. So the show that I was talking about, Love Undercover, with the soccer players and stuff like that. I am going to continue that talk, but before I do that, I have a guest today. So this guest, I was driving with my daughter, and this guest called me, and when she calls me, I know it's bad news. It's no, I shouldn't say it's bad news. It's either good news or bad news. So good news, it could be, yo, what's up, this, that, and the other, or, oh, word, that's what we do, that type of stuff, right? So in this case, it was one of those, oh, word. So she called, and I had my daughter in the car, and I'm starting to get screamed at, like, oh, word, that's what we do. We have other people on the podcast, but you can't get me on your stupid podcast. Your shit is whack anyway, that type of shit. But anyway, that being said, I've known this young lady for 16 years. That's a lot of years, 16 years. So when she first met me, it was like, damn, you're old. So guess what? She's old now. Today is her birthday, so we're recording on her birthday. So it's a special day. This is my homegirl, love to death. And I'm going to welcome her right now.
Hey.
And there she is. Happy birthday to you, Marie.
Thank you.
I
It's
think
I think you. What season are you on?
we're on season 2, episode
It's my
21.
birthday in season 2 to answer your show. That's cool. Talk about a true friendship.
Cheers to you. Happy birthday.
Thank
You you looking old as hell. I love
you. Yeah.
I love the background. It looks absolutely beautiful. So my homegirl Marie, I've known her like I said for 16 years. She's seen the ups and the downs and the in betweens. I think we've cried together, laughed together, all kinds of stuff
And
together. So
moms together, everything.
what was it? I'm
And
sorry.
moms together and all that. Remember 699 days?
Oh my God! Chill,
Oh,
chill. Hold
six eight
on.
eight, 688. Oh, you think it's 699 at that?
And 699. I don't know what you was talking about, but I was like, all right, yeah. Maybe there was a store that we missed, but yeah, definitely back in the 688 days for sure. Shout out to everybody there. Yeah, I've seen this lady. You know, I used to drop her off in the Bronx in the apartment buildings there and stuff like that. And then look at her now. So here's the funny part, right? So she moved to Jersey. So I moved to Jersey 15 years ago, whatever. So I was just, yo, you got to get out to Jersey, man. Nah, never. Me, never. Now look at her now. Sunshine's Jersey.
Say that, and sometimes I drive by Garden State because I live like maybe 5 minutes away, and I'm like, damn, so who would have thought that me taking this bus a couple years back, I would be living right next to Garden State? It's crazy.
I love that. I
I
love the
think
fact that
sometimes God trains you to certain things or certain places, and you're like, oh shit, this happened because of this. And I'm like,
right.
damn, I got to know Jersey and Garden State and all this area because I fucking live here now.
Yeah, that's what's up, and that's amazing. Because, like, for example, when I think of other people that have worked with us and they live in different states and this, that, and the other, and back when you guys were all young, and myself, I was young to a certain degree as well. We were just, you know what I mean. Who would have thought, you guys would achieve what you guys are achieving now, which is, absolutely fantastic. So to see you in your birthday in your backyard, beautiful sunshine, a couple of clouds out there, but it's looking great. And just to have that, we've been shit. You worked for me and we hung out in so many different places and stuff like that. So to have you do what you're doing now and stuff like that, it's amazing. So congrats to you, my friend.
Thank you, thank you.
Right. So that being said, I brought Marie on here because I wanted to hear we gonna talk some shit, right? So the whole thing is, so I finished the show that I was talking about, which was Love Undercover with the soccer players, right? So in this show, if you heard the last podcast, I was talking about things that you should listen, right? A lot of people hear but don't listen. So in this case, I've never seen I've watched other love shows, and there were a couple of joints in there that I would be like, "Yo, you wildin'." But for the first time ever, I've seen a show and I was disgusted. Oscar with two, I guess, participants of the show. So one of the last later episodes, the guy was gonna meet. Well, he was meeting the family. So the girl, I already knew she's up to no good. She's all about money, 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 money. I already see it, and you know what I mean. There were flags everywhere.
Ahora,
Everybody, huh?
chapeadora.
Oh, you already know. You saw it. That's what it was. So, well, when the guy is meeting the mom says, "I just want to make sure you're able to afford my daughter." So that's what she told him, and
Okay.
he's like, "What? Like what the
I mean,
what?"
mom's always gonna look out for her kids, so you can't really blame mom.
But I'm saying it's just the word choice.
Right. Okay.
Like she could have said, I want you to, be able to stand on your own because I know my daughter's going to stand on her own, but I
Hmm.
need you to support her like if things ain't going right for her. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Right. But the way she said was afford her.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So la chapeadora comes from her, right? I'm
Okay.
saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that was already a flag. So he kind of looked at her like, yo. And then during the show, they would cut away like these one on ones with the camera. And she would say shit like that. Like, there's a lifestyle that I live. No, no,
Or-
no, the girl.
Okay.
There's a lifestyle that I live. And he needs to be able to, I need to be able, he needs to be able to afford me that lifestyle.
Okay. I mean, she knows what she wants.
Oh, that's why Maria's on this show today. But right, so he kind of when he brought her to where he lives or his lifestyle. So
Mhm.
just to give you a quick background, the guy's he's a soccer player, plays in Spain. His dad is he's a mogul. He's a soccer mogul. He owns like 5 soccer teams. He is huge, but the guy is successful himself. He's a millionaire, sports guy, chulo, whatever, the whole 9 yards, right? But the family is just I mean, the mansion in Mexico was crazy. So when she gets there, all of a sudden her eyes just opened up like, "Hey, yo." Like I'm going to be
Little.
living. So
Me gané la lotería.
he caught on real quick. He caught on. He was like, "Yo, man, God." You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Then he took her to a little apartment that he normally stays in because of the traveling and the soccer and all. So they went from Mexico to Spain. So in Spain, he has this little apartment. So when she walks in, she goes, "This is little." You know what I'm saying? Like, ya le molestó because it was like the apartment was little. You know what I'm saying? So
It
he
was
caught on.
scamming me.
Yeah. So he caught on already. So anyway, long story short, he dumped her.
Okay.
So when he dumped her, I was like, "Yo, that's my man!" Like I was like so happy because I'm so glad because chapeadora to the fullest. You already saw it. She already gave you. She said it. And then the other shit that bugged me out was if you guys heard the last episode or watched the show,
Before, before you even continue,
uh,
does she have money, or does she come from money, or she's just broke?
if
Because you
you
gotta.
live in my
Sometimes wealthy people stick with wealthy people.
true,
You don't want somebody to bring you down, or or you
yeah,
don't
but
want to
not
struggle for someone else.
right. But a lot of these, I guess you can say, internet influencers, they all live in Miami.
Okay. Oh
So
yeah.
whatever. I mean,
Okay.
whatever,
So you're
whatever
not
she does.
sure if she has money or not.
No, I'm saying to the degree.
Porque tú sabes mucho del hombre.
No, no, I know, but to the degree, like to be honest, the guy is over here, right?
Okay.
And she's, I'm gonna say she's here. She's not at his level. She's not. Because if she would have been at his level, she wouldn't have acted the way she did or said the things that she did.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like she would have said, "Oh no, well, I'm used to this because this is, this is what I like. This is who I am. This is what my family is."
Okay.
¿Tú me entiendes?
Mhm.
But it wasn't like that. You got the sense that it wasn't like that. When she met the guy's family, they're Spanish. So they're like us. It could be Dominican, Ecuadorian, it doesn't matter. He reminded me of my dad, like, hey, ¿cómo me hugs? Bienvenida, ¿cómo está? ¿Todo bien? Ay, qué belleza, Dios mío. You know what I mean? Little things like that. So they were out open, they were welcoming. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Mhm.
So, but yeah, but I was glad he was like, yo, snip, snip, do that back in the ocean and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Pero el otro, there was another one that she was like, "Oh," because they all had to have fake jobs, right?
Mhm.
So she thought that the guy that she kind of looked at, he was a construction worker. So she was like, "I know, like he's not a. I need more than that, because she's like some bootleg
Mhm.
influence person." But he's not. He's like if he walks in London, they know him because he's a former soccer player. He has like a number one podcast out there in Europe. They people know him. Period. Right.
Okay.
So she was like, "Oh well, at least he's not a construction worker. He does ads and stuff like that." But as the show goes on, you can see how they just rip these men apart. Like these guys are not in my. We're kind of downsizing, but we'll give it a shot anyway. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Mhm.
So when they found out that they were soccer players, like the cutaway screen, like the way we hear is like you're talking to a camera, and be like, "Oh man, I can't believe we were just like destroying these men, and they're soccer players and they're millionaires, and all of a sudden now it's love,
Yeah. Money makes you change your mind. You
money,
know.
money, money." So unfortunately, the British guy se quedó con esa tipa, and I was like, "Coño loco, te, te va a chapear." That's all it is. Because in one scene, she goes, "What are you gonna buy me?" And he was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "What are you gonna buy me? A Chanel bag, this, a Fendi bag, and whatever." And he was like, "What are you gonna buy me?" And she goes, "Pussy." And then he goes, "Well, I can get that for free." You know what I mean? She didn't
Wow.
like that. She was like, "What do you mean you can get that for free? How you gonna talk to me like that?" Like, but you just said he just asked you, "What are you gonna buy me?" And you said, "Pussy." Like, what?
Priceless.
Priceless. I would have opened that door. I said, "Yo,
No,
priceless." I
priceless.
would. Now, go ahead. I think I cut you off. Go ahead.
You could get it, but it ain't mine. See, it's the difference.
I don't, I don't know. It's just weird. I guess it's just the words. Like I know actions speak louder than words, but sometimes you got to pay attention to the words
Hmm.
because even in a jokey joke, there's a little truth to that little jokey joke. ¿Tú me
Yeah.
entiendes? So like today, when me and Marie were supposed to do this, start recording at 1 o'clock. Like I know her, I respect her, and I love her, but I know that shit wasn't gonna happen because it took her like about 40 minutes to get that shit popping.
Yeah, it did, but we're here. That's what counts.
That's what counts. But yeah, but back to the whole thing is just listen to listen to the way they talk, and
Hmm.
that'll give you an indication of the type of person that
Hmm.
you're involved with. ¿Tú me
Or what
entiendes?
you're interested in. Hmm.
Then and then the funny thing was the girl that ended up with the British guy,
Okay.
when he met the mom, like the mom was like, "Are you in ad sales?" Like you can see that they get it from their mom. You can see it, right? Because like, first of all, the grandma looked like this. Like I had more wrinkles than the grandma, but Yaya was looking alright though. But that being said, like the mom was like, "So you expect her to move to England and live on a farm?" Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because the dude, yeah, when he was young, reckless. When he was still playing soccer, reckless. He was like if you were what's his name? Beckham, right? The Beckham guy, the David Beckham. If you were David, he was David Beckham, but super bad. He was just like horrible, cheated. He didn't give a fuck. He was just out there. He was a
Hmm.
playboy. So he was getting the sense like, yo, mom is not really feeling me. So he had to blow his cover and say, listen, I got to tell you, I am, rich and this and that. And I'm saying to myself, you have to do that in order you're not being your true self.
Yeah, but that also comes with culture and people too, because Dominican moms, if you got money, you everything. I come with a dude, mira, mami, tiene dinero. Ay, sí, ven, mi hijo, come here. You come with a broke dude from down the block in the Bronx, you're gonna be like, I know, so no sirve. Even if they have goals and stuff, it's just their first impression is if they have money. That's just sometimes even in the culture.
No, no, you're right. Because even going back to that before, like when I was a kid, I remember one of my well, I've always had Dominican girlfriends to a certain degree, but I remember there was one in particular that she was like, when I met her mom, she was like, "Ay, mira, clarito, pelo fino,"
Another thing, yeah. Because
right?
when I met my grandmother, maybe 2 3 years ago, when I started going to DR, I remember meeting her, and she went up and down the whole street everywhere. Oh, mira mi nieta. Mira, she's light skinned with green eyes. So beautiful. Yo soy la única morena aquí. Yo doy nieto bello. Mira que blanca ella. And I'm like, because I'm light skinned, I'm pretty. I'm like, because I'm not a lot of light skinned, ugly people in my life. But
That
that's just what it is.
I guess that's
And it's crazy because you see it, and they're dark skinned people saying these things. Like, so do you? Sometimes I want to ask, like, so you think you're not beautiful? I don't know.
yeah. No,
It
you're
be
absolutely right.
dark skinned people saying that. Like my dad, when growing up, I remember my dad was like, "Prieto yo en esta casa, a mí no me traiga prieto." And it's just, yeah, she was like,
Yep.
I'm the only black dude in here, and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's funny. I remember I've heard things like "Yo, bajo de la raza." You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna fuck up. Like I'm saying to myself, but yeah, that's what it is, right?
Hmm.
Um, I guess like now, like let's say for example, like your daughter, my daughter, anybody that's I guess what generation is this? Z or
I don't follow none of that.
Yeah, I don't know which generation is what
Friends,
we're up to right now. I don't know, whatever. But um, I think that dynamic changes a little bit because they see us interacting with so many different this, that, and the other, and you know what I'm saying. If I was able to line up all my girlfriends and stuff, you're gonna see a whole bunch of color palettes and stuff like that.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and just I guess a different country too, because that really comes from the Dominican Republic. All of them are like that. Like if not all, most. Like, because it's
Yeah,
not only my family. I've seen it in a thousand. Like people just love you because you're light skinned, and you are. It doesn't matter. You're it because you're light skinned. And I'm like, damn, I've met a lot of ugly. And then what's funny is my dad says Prieto yo en esta casa, but I don't think I've ever been with a light skinned guy in my life.
yeah. Now that I'm going through some of your boyfriends. My
No.
bad, D. Nah, I don't think I have. Everybody's been yeah,
Yeah, and
everyone.
they go back and forth with it too. They're like, "These like you're blacker than me. I don't know what you're talking about." But and it is
Yeah,
what it is. I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't know. That's bad. I guess that's the bad side of the our culture, because it doesn't matter. Like you said, it could be DR, Puerto Rico,
Mhm.
Cuba. It could be anywhere in the Spanish speaking countries and stuff like that. It's like that. So it's sad, but it's one of the well, that's one of the truths that I guess hopefully, like I said, going back to our kids and stuff. Hopefully, it's something that they
But
would
I
sort of
think yeah, it's changed. It's changed a lot because like me, I'm with a dark skinned guy. So I guess the parents learn because I tell my parents all the time. I'm like, well, you're black, bro. So they I guess it's learning to evolve. I guess eso era de los tiempos de antes that people were
yeah.
like, that's what it is. You need to get with a light skin to fix your race. And
Yo, you know what's funny? You seen that? I know you probably seen those videos because I know I probably send them to you and stuff. Like I send Marie 100 memes a day or something like that, but she never replies to my shit. It'll be like one. I'd be like, yo, this.
it's
That's
too many.
but they all funny though. But there's one in particular, and it's been played so many times. But he was like, no, Papi, you black. I'm like, but no, you black too. No, I'm not black. I'm Dominican, Papi. And then they start dancing.
Yep.
I'd be
But
like,
yeah,
no,
that's slowly changing.
yeah, that's for sure. I think definitely that's definitely something that like my parents, older generation have that mentality and stuff like that, which was sad. Um, but that's the shit like we kind of grew up in and stuff like that. But and it was just those little things that you hear and you're like, what? You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah. But back to my point.
And just to end it, it's normal because when I went to my grandmother, I'm thinking like, oh my god, like you're gonna make these people feel bad. Like everybody from where she's at, it's dark skin. So I'm like, you're gonna make all these people feel bad. Like I feel like you're. And it was just regular. Ay, sí, mira, blanquita con los ojos azules. I'm like, oh, so this is just like a normal thing here. Like
Yeah,
this, not, wow, it's crazy.
it is. It is. It is. But hopefully, I mean, I guess it'll take time for that where your grandmother is to sort of change. Here, I think is you know what I mean. If somebody comes in like my oldest daughter now is married and she's married to a black guy and stuff like that, and he's like, it doesn't matter. He's just a guy to me. I never saw a color. It was just like, oh shit, what up, bright? You know what I mean? What's up? You know what I mean? And he happens to be a tall guy, basketball player, athlete guy, and stuff like that. Pero, um, yeah, it was never. I never said he's just a dude. I just wanted him to treat my daughter with
Mm-hmm.
love and respect, and you know what I mean. To my understanding, and my ex-wife's understanding, that's what he is, a stand-up guy. So shout out to him. So yeah, hopefully that does change the narrative and stuff. But back to the point was, listen to what people talk, how they talk. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because they can easily say, "Nah, it was a joke." No, 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 there was something there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to that, it was just her eyes open. She was like, "Yo, I'm living the lifestyle," and then he take yo, I love these shows because they're funny. He takes her to a beach. Now the beach was fucking beautiful. It was it looked beautiful, the sunset, the whole 9 yards. he breaks up with her.
Get out.
Yeah. So here's another thing, man. Like, why? Like on these shows, man, yo, they wear so much cake. It's just they like from here down, it's a different shade, and from here up.
Well, you can't blame them too, because maybe they're on a reality TV show. Maybe it's the makeup artist.
Yeah, true,
No.
true. Yeah, that's true too. That's true. So, but still, like if like I remember, like for example, like let's say if you were on one of these shows, right, and they put mad cake on you, I know the Marie I know would be like, yo, fam, that's too much cake,
Not,
my guy.
not on the cake.
Like, like,
Not on the cake.
you're gonna be like, you gonna put a birthday candle and shit on my face? That's crazy. But yeah, so she started crying, obviously, right? Because she saw her lifestyle go away. She thought she was gonna live the life and all that. And all of a sudden, as she's crying, yo, you could see the line of mad cake coming down. That's crazy.
Say her
But yeah,
turn.
I kind of felt it was like it's funny because I felt happy, like, yeah, my dude. But then it's just you talking about people's feelings, no matter if they're I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm that's the sentimental side of skiing and stuff. It was like I
Yeah.
wanted you to fail, but now that I saw you fail, I'm like, you'll find somebody. You'll find some sucker.
See, I'm the total opposite. You be alright.
Yeah.
You be alright.
Yeah, you know what's funny? That's how Choo Choo that's how Choo Choo's demeanor is. Like she
Yeah.
can see it. She can see a person crying. She'll be
You be alright.
look at him sideways. They'll be like, "You be alright."
That's me.
Yo, I love that shit
I
because
don't know. You.
you're like, yeah, you're gonna be all right, my guy. Don't worry about that. But yeah,
It's temporary. So,
so there was something else I wanted to talk about today. Um, hold on for a second. I might have to cut this because I'm looking at something. I just remembered I had a meeting and I'm gonna cancel it. Um, yeah, my bad. Yeah, there was something else. Let me set up because there was something else that I wanted to talk about today. So let me see if I can bring it up. The hell? Oh, that was you. It's like
no.
no, that was me. I guess that was me. Notification that I canceled that meeting. Dame un minuto. Déjame ver. What was it here? All right. So hold on. All right. So it was like the other topic was questions you kind of should ask, right? I was going to lead into that, and I'll kind of finish it with Jesse on the next episode. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was just what questions you think someone should ask when they're about to start dating. So is there any question? Like, let's say obviously you've been in a long relationship with D. Shout out to my boy D. Um, but like if you were single, what questions would you ask? Give me one question that's off the top of your head that you would ask if you were back in the dating pool.
Where do you live? Or who do you live with?
What?
Be-
I guess I would have to say why would you ask that? Like where obviously it's all right. Where do you live and who do you live with? Right.
Correct.
All right. Why?
Because if one if he's still living with his mom, he's kind of a mama's boy. And I ain't got time for that. I got 3 kids. Got time for that. So I think that would be my first question.
Okay. So
Right.
depending on how that goes, what would be another question that's important to you?
What are your goals and what do you do for a living?
Okay. So that would be sort of like not in that order, but that
I'm
would
right
be
in because like I need to know what I'm getting into because I got kids. I got to think about my kids first.
right.
So even if like you want to know their backgrounds and you want to know also just how they are with their family because Like I said, I'm not alone. So I'm gonna bring my kids into this. I gotta know who I'm dealing with.
Right. Yeah. Not one of my big things is and I know I touched about it in other episodes and stuff like that. But my thing is I want to see how you get along with your family.
Hmm.
I
Or
want to
do you
see what.
have kids? Like, do you take care of your kids?
Right.
You know,
You know what I'm saying? You getting that child support. You know what I
because
mean? That
people here just having kids, and where your kids at?
right.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Skeen here, back to let you know and remind you that my co-host Aisha has an amazing poetry book called Treetop Echoes. It is available now on Amazon as well as Barnes and Nobles. So if you're in the market for a new book, please pick it up. You will not be disappointed in this amazing poetry book. So the name of the book, once again, Treetop Echoes, available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. Get your copy today. Yeah, but like one of my questions would be like, yeah, how do you get along with your parents? How was your upbringing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Were you part of a single mom household? Were you part of a single dad household? Did you have a mom and dad? How do you get along with your siblings? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna take you for example. Like I know you and your brother and
Hmm.
stuff like that. Shout out to him. He's a trip. He's just funny as fuck. I've never had a bad moment with him. It doesn't matter if he was a customer at the store or just us bugging out and stuff like that. But he's just absolutely funny. But it was just the way you interact with your brother.
Hmm.
That's a great sign. You know what I'm saying? Um, your mom has always been, no matter where she's seen me in the supermarket or when I'm hanging out or whatever the case is, she's always love, always wants to know what's going on and stuff like that. The way you kind of interact with your mom and dad and stuff like that, that's awesome as well. So those are little things that I kind of would focus on, right?
Hmm.
Now that I'm older, like when I was young, I ain't give a fuck. It was like, oh, she hot, yo. You know what I mean? And that was pretty much ching. That was the only box you kind of checked off. And then everything else is like, we let it work and stuff. You know what I'm
So
saying?
now it's family. You want to know their family and how they are.
Yeah. Like for sure. Like want to know. I want to know if there's drama between her and her siblings, her and her cousins. Una vaina así, because that's going to give you an indication. Can you pick up the phone and call your mom and get sound advice and not advice like you need to afford my daughter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not buying your fucking daughter. You know that
Yeah.
type. The
What
other
else?
question. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
What else would you ask? Or just family? That's it.
Family would be key. The other one would be credit score. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I want to know your credit score, man. Straight off the bat. La verdad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, for example, I want to be able to know if I, not that I'm going to use your shit. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But I want to know, yo, that's going to give me an indication of how you handle business. You know what I'm saying? So I know my homegirl Ish, like your credit score got to be 800 and better. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I capped it at like 700 or something like that. But I think I capped it at 700. I can't remember the exact number, but let's just say 700. Like if your shit is down in the 600s, 500s,
Just give up on life. Ya, tú más suelta eso. You fucked up. You fucked up on life.
that's what but I'm saying though, right? It does
But
make
you
I
know
want to
what's
know.
crazy? That when I got with D had like a lot of student loans and a bunch of shit, and his credit score wasn't good.
Right.
And I remember right when I think I had Amber or something like that, I was like, I'm gonna put you on under one of my cards, maybe like just to give you some credit. Because I don't even think he had credit. It was just the debt that he had for school. And he's like, I'm not paying that shit. That you know how it is. So I remember putting him on one of my cards and oye, ahora we platinum American Express.
Hey, damn.
And I'm like, damn, you surpassed me.
Ooh.
I did you the favor. Now I'm under his American Express.
Shout out to my boy D.
You
Okay.
need a little push too. You never know their circumstance también.
Right. And I'm glad you said that, right? So at least he was. I don't know if he come up to you and said, "Yo, my shit is
No, no, no.
mi,
You
mi
know what it
credito está
is?
jodido."
D's from the Bronx, so hood people don't really care about their credit score. They're not worried about none of that. They're not thinking. I, I guess he was also single and or just getting into a relationship, so él no estaba pensando like, oh, maybe I need a house one day, or I'm just here to blow money, show off, get chicks, and that was his mentality, and that's pretty much everybody in the Bronx for the most part. Que ellos lo que están, oh, yo tengo dinero, cash, cash. Everything with him was, I got cash though, I could buy it cash, and I'm like, that's great, but can you buy a house cash?
Right.
No. So I feel like because of that push, también here we are now.
Right. But that's awesome, right? But
Mhm.
like, but like, I guess to go back, and one of my questions would be like, did D say, "Yo, yo, M, like my credit is trash"? Did
No,
he come up to you, or you told him?
I was the one who was just step by step. Like I told you, sometimes I'm shocked that why would I care about his credit score at the time? But I feel like God knows what he's doing and he's just guiding you step by step. He's like, oye, ponte en esto, you know what I mean? And
Right.
every little thing has a purpose.
That's
Because
awesome.
why the hell would I care about his credit score? Like I got my own shit, but
Right.
I was just like, oh, let me help him out. Let me get him out the hood.
What? Yo, let me get yo. I'm gonna shout out to my man D. So the next time I see D, we have something to talk about. But yo, I remember this was what, how many years? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or something like that, maybe. Um, we were hanging out at Marie's crib for Palacrisma, and I remember talking to D, and he was like, "Nah, dog, I ain't doing Jersey. Tú eres loco. Yo no voy para allá." But where D at now?
And then was funny too, en un campo in Jersey, because even my brother's like, damn, you don't want to go to Long Island, que eso es campo y monte. He was like, now you got more campo y culebra than me. He's like, because in my backyard, I got deers, rabbits, everything.
And
Fox,
that,
de todo hay
yeah,
aquí.
that's the funny part, right? Think about it. I'm like, the Bronx is like 20 minutes away from
Yeah.
where you at, right? Over the
Mhm.
bridge and shit. Ya tú estás right there and stuff. And then just that's how I felt when I went to Jersey. I was just like, when somebody spoke to me back in the days when I was in my early 20s, maybe teenager, I was like, yo, I'm never leaving. You crazy? I'm a city boy. You know what I mean? And then once you get out there, you be like, yo, I should have done this shit a little faster. Pero
Right.
but credit to you. Give you some kudos on that, because like, for example, somebody like you said perfectly, like, why the fuck would I care about your credit? But there must have been something there that you were like, yo, this is a good dude. I want to build something with him. So you took it upon yourself to say, yo, ven acá, loco. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this together and shit like
But
that.
even at that time, I wasn't even thinking about, oh, we're gonna own a house someday or we're gonna do anything. Like I had my car, I had my own stuff, so I wasn't really worried about if he got a car or whatever. I got my car. Te querés quedar a pie, quédate a pie. But like I said, it just God has a plan for everything.
But at the point where you had that thought, did you know? Yeah, I'm gonna build something with him.
Right, right,
Not
right. Yeah.
right. Okay, that's what I meant. Right, right, right. Not that, yo, you're gonna buy a house later on and this, that, and the other. Right. That's what's up. But yeah, that would be another question. Like, what your what your credit score is, what your depth is, how much depth do you have? Like, if you come into a relationship and Shorty's 100 G's down and shit like that, I want to know why. Is it
Mhm.
100 G's down because you were studying to be a doctor or some shit, or is 100 G's because you just don't pay nothing? You know what I'm saying? So there's a
Yeah.
different aspect in that, right? So that'll be one of the questions. I guess the other, I mean, what other questions would that see? Those would be my two important questions that I would ask. Everything else would be just like, I'm just curious what questions people would ask out there. Like, you know, um, I guess the other one, yeah, this one is important to me. Marriage,
Oh, okay.
right? Do you want to get married? Do you want to go through that,
Do
or
you
just
want?
have a day where you celebrate your womanhood or whatever? I don't know. I don't know what, but that to me, it's that marriage stuff is,
I think one I would add to the list is too. Do you want to have kids?
yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. Don't tell me to get down the line. Okay, I want to. I'm done. Do you have kids of your own? I'm glad you do, because it
Yeah.
ain't gonna come from me.
It was funny. I'm glad you said that, because there was one young lady I was kind of talking to, and we were like, "Oh, okay." But she had a 4-year-old son,
Okay.
and I was just like, I don't see myself, even though it's obviously it's not my kid, but I'm gonna have a big influence in his life if we decide to have a relationship. So I was like, do I want to do that again? No, sir.
Nope.
That's not.
I don't
And
want
then
no
the
baby
other,
drama. I don't.
nah, I'm too old for that shit.
None of that.
The other shit, the other thing, there was another young lady a while back. I think I told you about her as well. But I thought we was Gucci. I misunderstood. I thought she didn't want kids. Some way in some way, fashion, form, translation, it was a lost in that communication. I thought she didn't want kids, and then when she called me one day to kind of like just certify the sort of start a relationship, which I was all for too at that time. I was like, "Yo, vamos
Wow.
a ver." That's when she mentioned the kid stuff, and she was like, "Oh, I want kids," and I was like, "El diablo," you know what I'm saying? And that's when it stopped. So shout out to her because I know she listens to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. But yeah, no, it was just glad.
Because
So
sometimes you waste your time and you get into a relationship, you don't ask those questions, and then you get there, and that's what they want, and it's like not gonna
yeah,
happen.
perfect. Yeah, so shout out to her too um because she let it be known, right? She was starting to get those feelings of like, damn, I really want to have something with this guy and stuff like that. So let me knock these questions out just to make sure the communication is it's
Yeah,
the
but
way it's supposed to be.
being sometimes it changes. Sometimes you go into the relationship not wanting something, and then later down the line, you're like, maybe I do.
Yeah. Nah,
That's
skin is
that's more for people who are like haven't been married or don't have kids. I feel like we know what we want.
right
No,
now. Yeah.
nobody's me have kids. I don't care. Que venga Trump right now and be like, yo, just have a baby. Yo te lo mantengo. I'm like, bro, I appreciate the offer, but I'm good.
Yeah. What's the shit I was gonna say? Coño, se me olvidó. I was gonna say something. Oh no, no, no. Yeah, that's right. So no kids. Ski no mata practicando. That's all. Chinky, 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 chinky. Es como guira. That's all it is. Practicando todo lo que da. Oh, talking Spanish right now.
Mhm.
Um, Shout out to Spain. So finally, our podcast is being heard in Spain. So
Oh,
a
wow.
toda mi gente, yeah, a toda mi gente en España, bienvenido, muchas gracias. It's been a great journey just to just all the different countries and stuff. Like for some reason, want to hear my voice, and anybody that's on this podcast just to get a different perspective because it is kind of intriguing. I was thinking, like, man, if I was to do like a listen to a podcast and listen to somebody in I don't know, I'm gonna see España. I just want to see do they go through the same shit we do, you know? It's just like, and it's just the accents, I guess. You know what I mean? They just want to listen to the different accents and have the same problems and stuff like that and all that. So yeah, so shout out to Spain.
Do you have can you put 3 people on this live stream,
Oh
or
yeah, I could put like six
you
people on.
need to do another one with you?
Yeah, yeah, we can do like six. I think the most we've had on is five people at one time and stuff. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, no, no, I can do so many different things, but it's cool. But yeah, so shout out to Spain. Muchas gracias. Vamos para allá, vamos para adelante.
Shout out to my
Um,
girl Jessie.
oh yes,
Yes,
yeah, Yessie behind the scenes. She was like, "Yo, Skeen, I'm gonna give you the real," but when
on blast. Don't put her on blast.
no, no, no. But when the light was on, she was like, "I am Jesse. There's nothing wrong. I am perfect." You know what I mean? No, it's
As
funny, but
you should.
I like. God, I'm sorry. God.
But as you should, sis.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's just like eventually she'll come out the woodwork and stuff. With all that good stuff.
It's too recent.
Yeah, yeah. What I was gonna say? I know, yeah, we did talk about marriage, right?
Hmm.
Or kind of asked like if you wanted to get married.
Yeah, yeah, you said that.
So let me ask you that question. Do you want to get married?
Mm.
Because I know I've asked you this question a long time ago. And I
I've
and I know
seen a lot of people get married and a lot of people get divorced. And I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of like scared.
Yep.
I think I'm good when something's good. Tú me entiendes, tú no lo dañas. I think we're excellent.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think so. I think I'm good where I am.
my girl. That's why I rock with you.
And I've never been the type of girl to be like, oh, you know how girls be like, oh, I've dreamed of this all my life. Like, never have I dreamt like to get married or
Yeah.
ir que en una. Mm-mm. That was never none of my dreams.
I mean, one thing that to each his own, right? Because I've seen people get engaged and this, that, and the other. Like I think our homeboy Ben just got. Oh no, he just got married. You
Ben,
remember Ben? You
Ben,
remember
Ben,
Ben?
yeah, Ben.
Yeah. So he recently got married. A lot of his pictures online where they were beautiful. His wife is beautiful as well. So shout out to him and stuff like that. So I've seen a lot of people get married and stuff. A lot of people get engaged and stuff. And I from the heart, from with love and respect and stuff like that. I sent him the congratulations, yo, and I hit him with a blessing, like, yo, I hope everything works out for you, man. You know what I'm saying, and all this and that. You know what I'm saying. I don't want nobody to go down that route of having a divorce because it's rough. It is absolutely rough. It's nothing. It's like a breakup times 100. You know what I'm saying? So it is tough because it was tough for your boy. And it's just going
No,
back to the way we started this podcast was like watching you sitting down right now in your backyard looking nice and everything. And I think about, damn, yo, I had that with my family and stuff like that, and now I'm living in Carolina, and my family is a couple of miles away and stuff like that, and my daughters, I mean, they're a couple of miles away and stuff like that, and it's still like sometimes I stop and I have to stop myself and be like, damn, how the fuck did I get here?
what happened? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff. So it's tough, but to everybody getting engaged and married, man, congratulations to y'all. Um, but that shit is old, yo. That shit is old.
Yeah. I feel like that's all I'm missing, though. We pretty much have everything,
Yep.
but and I'm under his insurance. Si se muere, se jodió, because I got, I'm getting paid. Like, what else is I don't have a paper saying that I'm married to him?
Yeah. But I'm saying though, it's like and I always say this, right? Before religion, people got together just like that, right? You, woman, you are my woman. And that's it. There was no ven acá, let me pay, $100,000 to have this beautiful wedding and shit like that. And
Right.
right. So it's just like religion wise. I've always said religion is crazy to me because you have all these religious things going on. You have hate in the world because of religion. Like religion is just an avenue to for wars, and I've always said in my mind, and history books have always shown me that. But like I've always say, back in the days before the big cathedrals and the big churches and all that stuff and this, that, and the other, you prayed in your house to whatever it was, to whatever God you believed in or whatever. You prayed in your house and you took the time to be spiritual. But now in the world that we're living now, you know what I mean? You have to like I have to go on Sunday to a church to be spiritual. Do
Yeah.
I? Do you really need to? You know what I'm saying? And you see all the hypocrisy and stuff like that. If you ever sat in a church, sit in a church and look around, and you're gonna see a lot of hypocrisy.
Yeah.
But they at church. Bam.
It's
Oye
true.
esa vaina.
And not only that, but I feel like if you respect your partner and you do everything right, I don't think a paper should justify, because I know a lot of people who are married and they're cheating on each other, you know? ¿Para qué te casaste?
That's all it is. It's
So
just this.
the respect and that you have for one another is very important. I think it's more
Yeah,
important than a piece of paper.
it is. It is. I think it definitely is. Pero like back to your point though, that the the aspect of, I guess, of growing up, being like, oh, yo me quiero casar. You know what I mean? That's part of your dream, right? When you're playing Barbies and stuff, and you're like, yay, or the TV shows, the happily ever after, and y cositas así, vaina, you know. But now
Oh,
you.
And it's weird because I'm coming from like a Christian background. Like my mom's real religious and all this. And
That's
she, cada rato she asks me, "When are you getting married?" And I'm like, "Bro, my dad, they're married." And he's like, "Don't do it." He's in the background. Don't listen to her. You're gonna end up like me. So, I mean, I feel like everyone has. Yeah, I don't know. I
yep.
never wanted to. I
To
feel like
each
if it
his
was
own.
my dream, maybe I would and be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. But it was never my dream, so I don't really think about it.
Right,
The only time it comes up is when somebody asks me, like, "Hey, you're gonna get married?" I'm like,
right.
"No,
If that shit ever happens, I'm going live.
best man." You'll be
When
like,
they be like, does anybody, yo, what, you don't want these two to get married? No, 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 no. Nah, not that. I thought I was never gonna see this shit. This shit crazy. You know when hell freezes over, it's frozen. You know what I'm Nah, nah. But like I said, man, to everybody to each his own and stuff like that. I just hope
I
it
think it's
works out.
beautiful. Yeah, people who get married, that shit is beautiful, but it's
Yeah.
just not for everyone.
No, it's not. It's definitely a beautiful day. Everybody looks their best. Everybody dresses beautifully. Everybody's chilling. Everybody's looking good. But to me, it's just a party. ¿Tú me entiendes? Because there's always that one, two
Hmm.
people like, yo, this food is whack. Haters. Always. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Lo come gratis. Lo lambones. You know?
No more now. I'll be
Yeah.
one of them. I'll be gonna go to weddings.
No, I'm sorry. You just like froze a little bit. What you said?
I said that'd be me. I'll be beast and I go to weddings. Palambe. You dress up cute, you get your best outfit, and you just drink and eat for free. I love it.
So yeah, so invite
So
invite
whoever's gonna invite me, please.
yeah, you can invite Marie to your matter of fact, you know what, Marie? Yeah, I'm gonna join you in those. You can invite Skeen to any wedding. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna dress sharp, you know what I'm saying? And just eat and drink and hopefully
No,
everything goes
no
good.
hablo si quieren. I could do a little speech if they want me to.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm all about the speeches and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd be nice. Invite me to your wedding. Yeah. Whatever it is, what it is. But guys, yeah. So this was this episode. Glad Marie joined me here today. On this quest and stuff like that. Happy birthday to you once again, girl.
And I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you forgot about that. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, what you doing today anyway? What D doing?
We're just going to dinner. I had a little party last weekend, so today we're gonna do a little dinner. No, Saturday I'm going to a winery with my girls.
Oh, okay. Shout out to all the girls, las doñas. I can't say girls no more. I gotta be las doña.
It's crazy. I see my daughter now. She's 16. And I'm like, damn. Yo estaba trabajando a tu edad y tú estás aquí haciendo nada. Ponte a
Whoa,
fregar, Liz.
yo, that is crazy, right? That's and that's the age I met you in. You were 16. That's crazy.
The difference, and these kids don't do nothing.
They don't do nothing, but just
Not,
with the handout. You know what I'm saying? You was at finish line putting in 35 hours a week.
yeah, paying my phone bill, comprando leche too. Fuck. Well, what was it, 18? Yeah, when I had
Yeah,
it. I think I
yeah.
was already the manager at that time.
You was doing something right. You was doing something right. But yeah. So yeah. Damn, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you said she's 16, right? Because
But
yeah,
she's
you
17.
yeah, you were hired. Yeah, you were 16 when you were hired, and then had her at 8 at 18. Yeah. So
Mhm.
woo! That's all good. All good in the hood. Like, look at you now, though. Jersey living it, loving it. I love it.
Yeah,
So yeah. So thank you. Shout out to you. Thanks again for joining me. She'll join me in further episodes as she gets a little bit more comfortable and stuff like that with this whole process. So thanks again.
I delete all these Chrome apps I got on my.
Yo, it definitely took her like about 40 minutes to get on this podcast. And
Yeah,
I'm there just watching her download shit and what is going on? Why can't anyway, but she got it to work. So thank you so much for joining us. Once again, guys, thank you so much. 43 countries long. And shout out to everybody. Like I said, Spain. the latest country to join. From here in the States, from East Coast to West Coast. Shout out to everybody. We will continue. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this. This is episode 21. And yeah, so it was fun. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, the only thing I'm going to tell you is when you are dating someone or something like that, listen to what they say because they'll tell you some
A lot of
truth.
questions.
Yep. Ask all the questions. Make sure you get the right answers. And if you don't have the answers that you find like, oh, I like this, then but either say bye or say hi or whatever. But hopefully you don't get caught up, and then that little hiccup cost you 18 years of child support. Nah, man. We gonna keep it humble. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Peace.
Peace.
Talking at Ish and Skeen.
Show you right.